The measure of human intelligence is known as intelligence quotient or IQ. IQ is simply a number derived from a standardized intelligence test. Scores are calculated by dividing the individual's mental age by his or her chronological age and then multiplying that number by 100. So a child with a mental age of 15 and a chronological age of 10 would have an IQ of 150. In effect, IQ is simply the ratio of your mental age to your chronological age. IQ stays quite stable throughout your life, so it is unlikely that a teenager with an average IQ can become an Einstein in later years. Unfortunately, we tend to associate IQ with success. That's utter nonsense. IQ is of little value in managing people, situations, or relationships. In that sense, IQ is a poor predictor of success. Realizing this, theorists came up with another concept: emotional intelligence. Emotional quotient is a measure of this. EQ is different to IQ. Instead of measuring your general intelligence, it measures your emotional intelligence. The 5 key drivers of EQ are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. It is not difficult to understand why EQ components play a more important role than IQ as one progresses in life. Unlike IQ that cannot be improved upon, EQ can be increased. Developing a professional plan to strengthen your weak areas can improve your EQ. Increasingly, management experts have been coming around to the view that successful people are those who can combine high IQ with high EQ. The problem, though, is that one cannot simply explain success by correlating it to an overlap of IQ and EQ. There are instances where a person of lower IQ and EQ succeeds while another with higher IQ and EQ does not. What explains it? In my view, the unknown variable is what I call luck quotient. Being lucky is not determined by the heavens but by our ability to raise opportunities, recognize them, and respond to them. A high IQ is an indicator of your ability to attract good luck. If your LQ is not too good, don't despair. You can work on your weaknesses and thus improve your LQ over time. LQ is possibly the unknown variable that explains why some people are successful and others, probably with equally high IQs and EQs, are not. In effect, anyone can be lucky. The American politician William Jennings Bryan said, "Destiny is not a matter of chance, it is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for, it is a thing to be achieved."